Hello everyone, and welcome to my podcast. And a very happy new year to you all, inshallah. And since it's a new year, people tend to have New Year's resolutions, right? A very common resolution is usually around health, whether it's eating healthy or exercising or stopping an unhealthy habit and so on. I personally don't believe in New Year's resolutions because it implies direct change. Like overnight, khalas, you need to become this new person that you decided to be. And that's just not how change happens. It's also thought of as all or nothing. This is the perfectionist mentality of either doing it perfectly right or giving up and not doing it at all. Which means that the moment you make a mistake or mess up your resolution, you feel like you failed and khalas, it's over. I personally believe in working on ourselves every day as if it's a blank slate. And not only every day, but even every moment. It's about doing the best with what we have at the moment, whether it's time, energy, or simply our feelings. Let me explain. Because some people feel like they can't start a workout routine in the middle of the week, for example. It needs to start from the first day of the week. So that makes them stop themselves from working out the rest of the week, just because they didn't start the week right. And they would often justify continuing to eat unhealthy and not exercising because they tell themselves that they will start the next week fresh. Some would also let their day get ruined because they didn't wake up at the hour that they wanted to wake up and would find it difficult to recover and do what the day requires. And here I'm mostly talking about the blues. Yellows have no problem going with the flow, for example. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with reference to the colors, then please just listen to episode 13. So the idea is to do the best with what we have and what we have right now. So ask yourself, do you have the time and the energy to exercise? If so, then do it. Now, sometimes if we don't feel like exercising, like we're just down and we don't feel like it, then many times that's the time that you need it the most. Because exercising is a great motivator and it also improves your mood. But yes, other times the best that we can do with what we've got is simply to do nothing and to take a rest day. So by the way, this episode is aimed to motivate you, although it may not seem like it. Because I'm going to tell you how tough it is to do all of this, and how patient you need to be to see results, and how self-motivating you need to be to keep bringing yourself back after you lose your flow. Because you're going to lose it. And it may sound like I'm complaining because I'm going to share with you my story with the struggle. But really, this is all because of the importance of this topic. We need to take care of our health. Health needs to be one of our top values. And we need to treat it as such. Because if we don't have our health, we can't do what we are doing and we can't be there for our loved ones. There's a nice saying that goes something like this. We have many problems, but when we lose our health, we only have one. This puts things into perspective. We keep taking our health for granted. It's like when we don't know someone's value in our life until we lose them. Don't wait to lose it or have a health scare in order to take care of it and yourself. Start now. It's self-love, it's self-care, it's a non-negotiable, regardless of how tough it is. So let me tell you about my story with exercising. The first time I went to a gym was after I graduated from university. Before that, I was focused on studying and didn't really give it a second thought. It wasn't one of my priorities. But before I joined the gym, I had to prepare myself. Right? Because I'm an overthinker and an overthinker is always prepared. An overthinker in a good way, that is. So I started following workout videos online to know what I'm getting myself into and really to gain the confidence to work out in front of people and not embarrass myself. And man, it was tough. I remember the first time I did a burpee, I had to lay down for 5 minutes afterwards. Like my muscles went into shock and they were like, done, no more movement, that's it. And thank God I was at home, so like I don't have to deal with the embarrassment. But yes, I then joined the gym and had the aim of fixing my body in 1 month. Like, yes, this is how naive I was. I'm like, I'm gonna work out so hard and achieve my goals in 1 month. Oh, how little did I know. So anyway, they did the body composition test for me, and not surprisingly, fats were higher than they are supposed to be, and muscles were lower. I'm like, no problem, I can fix it. I went so hard. I was going, I think, around 5 days a week, if not more. And I was doing 3 classes in a row. That's 3 hours of exercising. And I was trying so many different classes and really all the classes there is. I wasn't working at the time, so I had the time to really focus on exercising. Then after a month, I did the body composition test again. And of course, there was no progress. And I actually ended up hurting my knees because of my form that wasn't properly done. Also because of the speed of the classes. So of course, I was disappointed. But I don't remember being that disappointed. Like I understood that things would need more time. And I was already addicted to exercising. I really liked it. And so I kept going on. But of course, not for that long. Now, with the different phases and circumstances of my life, I adjusted. So at times, I was going for 3 times a week. Other times, 1 time. Sometimes I didn't go at all. And sometimes 4. And 5 maybe a little bit. So I was inconsistent. But I still went. As far as I remember, ever since I started in 2016, I kept on going to the gym. And at each phase, I would be obsessed with a certain class or type of exercising, let's say. So I tried really all classes and was consistent with yoga and fly yoga for a while, Pilates, did CrossFit for a bit and then ran away from it because you can easily get injured. I tried gymnastics, but I was so bad at it. Like I felt like a joke. It was hilarious, like watching me try gymnastics. But I still enjoyed it for a while until I felt like I might hurt my neck, which I was like, okay, no, thank you. On to the next thing. I also tried BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, for like a couple of classes. Hit my head twice and I was like, I'm done. Can't risk my head. Thank you very much. I'm out of here. I also tried calisthenics for a bit, but it was too difficult for me, so I couldn't continue. What stuck the most was boxing. I didn't used to spar. I would avoid such classes on purpose. I don't want to punch people and I don't want to be punched. But I would enjoy learning the technique and punching the bag. Not so hard, of course, because that also hurts. But the class was really good. And it had cardio in it, some strength training. There were days where we did circuit, which would kill me, but it was fun. It was good. All right. So now fast forward to March 2024, when for some reason I decided to do a body composition test after a long time of not doing one. Then I was shocked to find out that the results were not that different from the first time that I ever did a body composition test in 2016. Like, what? How can that be? Like, okay, I didn't go that consistently, but I still went. It's not like I haven't been moving for the past 8 years. So I was furious with myself and I started to look into what I should do differently and how to do things better. Now, to give you some context, I looked fine, okay? I wasn't thin or overweight. So the issue was not obvious to me, but the issue was still the same as before. Although I had and have normal body weight, the body fat mass was over the normal levels and the muscle mass was under the normal levels. This is called normal weight obesity, and I want to raise awareness on it. If your BMI is normal, that does not mean that you're healthy. People with normal weight obesity can have the same health risks as people with obesity, including insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, chronic inflammation, lower metabolic health, and so on. So we really need to be aware of this and to work on it. So of course, I started looking into what I need to do differently, and obviously the first thing that I needed to look into and change was my eating habits. So although I didn't think that I was eating that unhealthy, like I mostly ate home cooked food, so that's healthier than, takeout. But apparently I wasn't having enough protein. And I thought that I didn't have that much sweets. Like I always try not to eat that much. But when I paid attention to it, it turns out that I was having some sort of sweets daily and sometimes multiple times a day, which I didn't realize. Like sometimes it's just so natural for you, like how, your eating habits. It's how you grew up, so it's okay. But all of this had to change, and little habits here and there that affected my body composition. So I asked my friend who is a nutritionist for help, and she educated me so much on food and what I needed to change to eat healthier, and created a diet for me that wasn't that strict. Like I was still allowed to eat what I love, but also mostly they were replaced by healthier alternatives. This allowed me to lose fat quickly. And we were both surprised at how quickly it happened because especially in my case where it's not that excessive, it takes time to burn that fat. So we were pleasantly surprised, but I was still struggling with gaining muscle. Like gaining muscles, especially for girls, is very difficult. I've been struggling with it and I don't know if you guys can relate. So I also asked my friend who is a PT for help, started a program. And I must mention, before doing the body composition test and finding out that there wasn't that much improvement over the past years, I didn't do weightlifting. There might be some weightlifting in some classes, but I didn't do strength training on my own. It was always very intimidating to go to the gym floor where there are a lot of muscular people working out hard. And then just to imagine that I come in with my little weights, not even sure what to do, and if I'm doing things right, was a bit too intimidating for me, so I avoided it. And I also never liked the cardio machines. Like, don't put me on a treadmill. It's very boring for me. I can't. But when I found out that what I'm doing is not working, I needed to change. And I pushed myself to go for it. And I used the power of my mind to convince myself that I actually like the treadmill and I like lifting weights until I actually did. And yet, truly, now I just love it. And although I didn't achieve my goals yet, but I came very close, by the way. But there's always ups and downs. It's really tough to maintain because even when I was on top of things and I was exercising excessively, I may lose muscle instead of gain. So I would need to make sure that I get enough rest and eat enough. And it might work for a month, and then the next month I may gain fat instead. So maybe I rested a bit too much. And it keeps going back and forth to figure out the right balance for me. And also, like, you get busy, you travel, there are changes that goes on in your life, and you just can't maintain your schedule like when you're completely focused on it. And sometimes I just feel demotivated because even when I work so hard, I still don't get to the results that I want. So I may junk a bit and slum it for a bit, be demotivated about it and don't push myself so much because of the results. The results are so difficult to get. And if you get there and when you get there and if you come close, you still need to maintain them. And that's tough. And I know this sounds very demotivating, but this is real. This is what I've been struggling with, and I believe that a lot of people also struggle with. But again, giving up is not an option. Whether I get to my goals or not, I will not stop. I will, inshallah, always try to be as healthy as I can, with breaks, of course, with cheat meals, but I will keep coming back because especially exercising has so many benefits that makes it worthwhile even if I didn't get to my goals. So let me tell you about those benefits. First of all, exercising makes you want to eat healthier. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but it does help me a lot. Like when I exercise, I'm less likely to go for chocolates, to go for chips, and all of this unhealthy junk. Although I still have it sometimes, yeah, like I'm not completely stopping myself, but the resistance towards it is more. So it really helps. It like goes together with healthy eating. And the soreness, the sore feeling, which I love, by the way, it's like, it acts like a reminder to, keep on track and not go for unhealthy food and find healthier alternatives instead. Also, exercising improves your mood and gives you energy, especially strength training. It increases dopamine levels, which improves focus and motivation, and it also balances serotonin, reducing stress and enhancing emotional regulation. So really, it helps you with stress and with reducing stress. That's because you really can't think about anything else when you're exercising. You're either busy trying to keep up with the class, or your mind is focused on the number of reps and sets and which exercise you'll do next, what you need for it, and if the machine is available. And really, most of the time, your mind is just focused on keeping you breathing and alive. So it's one of the best things you can do to reduce stress and get refocused in order to figure out whatever it is that is causing the stress. Strength training also lowers cortisol levels, which leads to reduced brain fog, better concentration, and enhanced problem-solving skills. Truly, strength training is great for our brains. Most people don't know this. Strength training boosts BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is a protein that supports brain cell growth. This enhances learning and improves memory. Higher BDNF levels are also linked to better focus and mental sharpness. We all need to be training, and the older we get, the more important it is for us to train. Because after age 30, we lose as much as 5% of our muscle mass per decade. So we need to train to maintain what we have, let alone gaining muscle mass. And muscle is the organ of longevity. Having and using muscles is one of the most effective ways to slow the whole aging process down. This is as per Dr. Mark Hyman, who is a physician and an author of many books and the host of his podcast, The Dr. Hyman Show, which examines many topics related to human health. He insists on the benefits of exercising and especially strength training on the brain and our cognitive abilities. Exercising is also known to enhance neuroplasticity in our brains as well as reduce risks of type 2 diabetes and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. It also slows aging at a cellular level. It improves longevity and quality of life. I recommend exercising to all my clients as it reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. It gives you energy and motivation. It also improves self-confidence and self-esteem. You even start carrying yourself differently when you exercise. Your posture changes. You start standing up straight with your head high instead of slouching. And also your quality of sleep gets better. That alone has numerous benefits. Then there are the obvious physical health benefits, like it strengthens your heart and improves circulation, it lowers blood pressure, improves cholesterol levels, reduces risk of heart disease and stroke, improves lung capacity, enhances immune system function, improves digestion and gut health, increases energy levels, and it reduces risk of energy. And if God forbids you get injured or hurt, having muscles supports your recovery. It also improves insulin sensitivity, regulates blood sugar, supports healthy thyroid function, supports healthy estrogen and testosterone levels. There are truly countless benefits. We need to build and maintain muscles simply to be able to go through all stages of our life. And now let me address this to women. I know it's not conventional for women to go for strength training. Although it's reducing nowadays, thank God, more and more women are going for it, including myself. But we need to realize that we need to build and maintain muscle to be able to carry and deliver babies, and then to recover from that, because it's a very traumatic experience on our body. We need muscle to be able to keep up with the kids and have the energy to do so. So please don't overlook this because you have a lot on your plate, and I bet you have a lot on your plate. But this is your health we're talking about. Everything in your life relies on it. So please take it seriously and do something about it. And this goes to everybody. Take small steps to take care of your health. Whatever is manageable for you. Maybe start cooking one healthy meal per week. Maybe sign up for a healthy meal plan if you have really no time to cook at all. Maybe start exercising one time a week, whether it's going for a class or the gym for resistance training or for a walk or by following a video at home. You will anyway need to try different things to figure out what you like. And I'm sure that you will find something that you enjoy. So just do it. Do something. Do one thing. It doesn't have to be all or nothing, because all is very overwhelming and you will end up doing nothing instead. So do something, and when you get the hang of that, you can add on. And remember, when we try something new, our confidence increases and our capabilities expand. So when there is something that you currently think is not achievable, with time, you will find it manageable and you will do it, and you will go on to other goals and achievements. Believe in yourself. Yalla, go work out. And I'll see you next time.